Hey, it's Patrick from S&S Cycles, and I'm going to show you how to install an S&S Stealth Air Cleaner on our 2020 Sportster. We're going to be using the mini teardrop cover on this Sportster. This is a fuel-injected model, and the install is going to be very, very similar for all the fuel-injected models going back. Now, we already have an exhaust on this bike. We have our S&S 2-in-1 Super Street exhaust. We're going to be putting on the intake. The combination of those two with a tune is going to give us about 10 rear wheel horsepower on this bike, according to S&S. It's going to take us from around 59 up just a touch over 70, which is a huge increase for this bike. And I did say with a tune, that's very important. When you change the air going in or out of your bike, change your tune to match that. For this bike, we're gonna be using FP3 to tune it. But let's get started with the install. We're gonna need a 3/16 Allen to take this cover off, and then we're gonna need a T27 Torx to get the filter element loose. We'll go ahead and get those off and get to work. In addition to the better design of the S&S Stealth just as a unit, you can see the differences in filter material here. You see this S&S unit here, and then you see the paper stock unit here, how thin it is. You got a much larger surface area on the S&S unit. And this one, when it's dirty and done, it's done. The S&S unit is washable, reusable, and in a sense, a lifetime filter. Don't blow these out with compressed air. You'll tear them up, you tear up the fabric. You can clean these off. We sell cleaning kits, and otherwise you can just use a warm, soapy water and let these air dry. And it's always a good idea to re-oil them before you put them back in. But one of the reasons you're gonna get so much better performance is just on the filter design alone. And the next thing we need to do is take a 5/8 socket and pull these two vent bolts out right here. So now that we got the backing plate off, we need to take this bracket off here. A 3/16 Allen will go ahead and get this off. Okay, now we're ready to put our backing plate on. And in the kit, you'll notice this little sticker right here. And what the sticker means is this is a compliant intake system for all you California folks. And this exhaust is also a compliant system. So we are in total compliance in the state of California or anywhere to meet the requirements to have a compliant system. You have it with this intake and this exhaust, which is really saying something considering the horsepower gains you get out of these combined systems. To be compliant is a big win. So that's nice to know. You can put the sticker on there or not. It's up to you depending on where you live. But with our backing plate, it comes with these 3 little screws here. The screws have to be threaded through the backing plate, and then they'll kind of drop loose. After we get them through the backing plate, we're going to put our gasket over the top of them. So now we're gonna put our breather bolts on, and S&S sends a bunch of these rubber coated washers, and we're gonna put one on each side. But when we get this up onto the bike and tighten it up, if there is a gap here up against the head that's bigger than the thickness of one of these washers, that's where the other washers come into play. You're probably gonna be fine, but if for some reason this gap where this hits the backing plate is as thickness of one of these washers, take it off, put another washer on it, take up that gap. Chances are you're gonna be fine. So we'll get our breather bolts on here. We're gonna hit all these with a little bit of blue Loctite before we put it on. So I like to get the small screws started. You're gonna need a 5/32 Allen. Then after we get those started, I'll start the breather bolts. And then after everything's started, we're gonna go back and torque the breather bolts to 10 to 12 foot-pounds. And we're gonna torque these smaller bolts here to 72 inch-pounds. Okay, so we're ready to put our filter on. It's tapered, so the bigger side goes toward the bike. But depending on what cover you're using, that's where things can be a little bit different. If you're using the typical Stealth cover, you're gonna put your plate on now. You're gonna put that over the filter, and you're gonna torque these two screws here to 72 inch-pounds. For us, we're gonna be using a mini teardrop, and it doesn't use that backing plate. There's a nice groove in there that seals up tight to the filter. So it also uses 2 Phillips screws, and we're gonna be putting blue Loctite on those. If we were gonna torque them, it'd be 72 inch-pounds, just like the screws for the Stealth cover, but it's Phillips, so I'm just gonna put some blue Loctite on there and snug them up really good. Always remember to wipe stuff down. This is gonna get hot. You don't wanna burn those fingerprints in there. Just like that, we added a classic look to our bike and some much needed horsepower. As always, if you have any questions or comment, feel free to drop us a comment. Go work on those motorcycles.